Here's a review for the best mod yet, the Star Wars gaming box and riser booster, only from Buy Stuff Arcades. When I found out Buy Stuff Arcades was doing a mod for Star Wars, I just had to get it. There's over 200 games on this mod. You're taking these three games, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, completely wiping these out and putting in an overload of games, not just racing. You're getting flight games and you're getting shooters. This is the best mod yet. And guess what? It comes with a riser booster. We went ahead and got that, along with pedals for this mod. This Star Wars cab is going to turn into a completely different experience. And here's a shot of the two boxes we got from the Buy Stuff store. This is our riser booster, and then our mod, gas pedals, everything we need to do to transform Star Wars into those 200 plus games. And you can just see the attention to detail for the protection of your riser booster, along with, this is something new because the Ridge Racer was all black. The Star Wars does come with these decals, so it will just match. Depending on what cabinet you have, I have the 2023 release, so that artwork will just be continuous into that riser booster. And here's everything we need for this mod. Right off, we have our gaming box from Buy Stuff Arcades. You have that Star Wars theme on it. This is everything we need for all those games. I also went with the pedal, the brake, and gas. And you can see this notch right here. This is actually where that riser will sit on here, keeping this down, keeping it from sliding. And everything else that we're going to need is inside of here. We have our directions. We have some rumblers here for the sound. So we're keeping all stock speakers. And we're going to check out the tutorial quick from the Tech Buzz, Stephen Hayward, on how to set this up. There's absolutely no problem doing this mod. All you have to do is follow the Tech Buzz's tutorial, Stephen Hayward. And we'll leave a link in the description for this video. And you're just going to see Steven go through all the parts, the accessories that came with this mod from Buy Stuff. And step by step, just take your time. And you'll notice that the pedals, everything included that you see here is exactly what we did. Steven will show you how to disconnect every wire. A couple of tricks on the way. You just don't want to rip them out. You don't want to damage anything because they are glued. And it's just a simple follow Steven's step, guys. I made the mistake of rushing through something and I missed one critical part. Now, something P-Dub's Arcade1up did recommend in the Ridge Racer and Outrun mod is labeling all your wires with painter's tape. And the only thing I want to say about this mod that Steven's doing is it's his sit-down 2019 Star Wars cab. I did the 2023, so if you have the 2019 stand-up, sit-down, it's going to be absolutely identical to what you're seeing here with the wires. There is one extra wire for the 2023 because of that light up coin door. So after following Steven's steps, you're going to get to a point where you're going to have one extra plug. You'll know exactly where that goes. There's absolutely nothing to worry about doing this mod. If I can do it, guys, anybody can do it. The most important part of this mod, guys, is what Steven's doing right now. There's two inputs for your 3.5mm jack. One of them is for your stock speakers. The other one is for the power source from Buy Stuff. The stock speakers have to plug in to a very specific input, and that's actually going to be covered with a piece of tape. I missed this because it was covered, but it's just a preventative that Buy Stuff's going to do so nothing's blown. So if you just follow Steven's video, you'll be 100% good for this mod. And here's a look of that riser booster. Now this is a different setup. If you're familiar with the Ridge Racer riser booster, that one is assembled on top of the riser. This is assembled on the ground, and the Star Wars riser is going to sit right on top of here. And I just want to recommend actually putting the riser on top of here. You kind of lose your sense of direction when you're assembling this. It's only going to fit one way, so the front is going to have its own decal. It's going to match that artwork. You're going to have artwork for the left side, and you're going to have artwork for that right side over here. And I do recommend one more thing, just taking that front decal, because you're going to see this every time you walk up to here. And just make sure it lines up. You can see on the left, that piece fits. On the right, there's only one way this fits, guys. Just take your time, get that on there, and it'll look perfect. And it looks absolutely perfect. You can just see how that artwork just goes right down the line. Everything matches. And a shot of the left side with that artwork all the way down. And a look at that right side, and guys, it looks stock. Now, other than the main menu, nothing's changed on this cabinet. Your marquee is still going to light up, and your coin doors if you have the 2023 cabinet. For those who have never done this mod, any mod you do, Outrun, Ridge Racer, Star Wars, your volume controls are going to be up on top, and that red light, you can see it on the blinds here, is always going to be on, even when the arcade's off. Don't be alarmed, it's just always going to have that red light. And you can see on my Ridge Racer, the arcade's off, nothing's on, but that red light is on. So even when it's powered off, you're still going to see that red light, so don't be alarmed when you turn the lights off and that light's still on in the back of Star Wars. Here's a look of the gas and brake pedal, and you can see how it slides underneath the riser or riser booster. There is that little notch in there, and you can position it where it feels comfortable underneath your cabinet. And just look at that artwork. They just nailed it, just to match that riser. I've always said that the Star Wars cabinet is a must for anyone's arcade room. I mean, you can just see, I mean, it just looks like the actual Star Wars cab. And then you look at the gas, the brake pedals. This mod, I mean, for a cabinet that I hardly played, there's so many options now on this Star Wars cab. Let's take a look at the games. Between all your game folders here on the side, your racing, your shooters and more, Star Wars, favorites, flying, and networking, you're getting 226 games on the Star Wars gaming box. Buy Stuff will throw in these cheat sheets so you can get familiar with the controls, because all you're going to be using is the B, the A button, the right trigger, and the left trigger. It's just going to take some practice. Once you get used to playing some games, it will be like second nature. All your controls are different besides the on and off button, your coin button, your start button. They will give you this decal for your control panel, but your B button, your A button, left trigger, right trigger. These are all the controls you're going to need. Being able to play Paperboy with the Flight Yoke, Operation Thunderbolt, House of the Dead 2 on an Arcade1up, Spy Hunter, even Terminator 2. We can play Aliens on here. This is a great mod. If you have the Star Wars cab, I strongly recommend picking this up. This is my 4th Buy Stuff Arcades purchase, and you know what? I'm a customer for life. Coming soon from Buy Stuff Arcades, you guessed it, we're going to see a Fast and Furious. I'll have a link in the description for TechBuzz's tutorial and a link on where to find this mod from Buy Stuff Store. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.